We connected globally today to celebrate Day and to empower. We welcome DPMP members as well as through YouTube. Rita ma'am and Jyotaru, then Raji ma'am, Ramya ma'am. And we are going to share our knowledge, how women are facing doing all over world and within India. Shows 20% of women India experiencing mental health disorders compared to men 10% of men. Then 46.6% of all suicides occur in women in professional roles. 18 to 22% of women in professional roles report symptoms of depression. Then 8% linked to maternity leave and career progression. Then government is taking steps, lot of within state and overall India also. Then depression, anxiety, health, post and the issues. Then social cultural norms. These are we are going to discuss in upcoming hours. Please go ahead.
Very good morning, everyone, and very happy and wonderful Women's Day today. We are celebrating together again in this DPM Women. And allow me to introduce my dear mentor, Madam Rita Agarwal. When I say mentor, people ask me, like, how did you connected? Before the formal introduction, I just give a small things I wanted to share about her. So I connected for writing a Mind Matters. Like once I got a in my mail, IPN members, that is Psychology Association members, and all. I got a thing to write, and I said I'm interested. Then within I think few hours, ma'am called me and we spoke, and I said, ma'am, I love writing. Writing is a dream for me from my childhood. I used to scribble a lot in Tamil and English. Poor languages suffered because of me, but totally I was sculpted by madam. I know what I wrote before Rita ma'am and after Rita ma'am. When I say this, I always tell my husband, it's not that she only sculpted me in writing. She sculpts how I think of certain point. Few of my wonderful writings celebrated my readers were all thanks to her, because the perception. I will write something and gimmicks and tell ma'am I have written, and ma'am will read this and put me some 5 or 6 questions, and then I'll start rethinking. I start relearning, unlearning what I was earlier thinking and relearning things. And that is how I really got, I have met, because every small attitude of hers will make you rethink what you are doing. So that connection between us, like, I started writing and developed into the columnist. Every month I started writing, then I became a poet, like reviewer to Mind Matters. Today I'm proud co-editor of Mind Matters. But still I would say my mom, I love her so much, and when ICNC said it is in Nagpur, I decided I'm going to meet my mom. I love her so much, and when ICNC said it is in Nagpur, I decided I'm going to meet ma'am. So that is like 1 year decision. So this is a moment of Rita ma'am is a senior consultant psychologist at Nagpur City, and she is in the private practice since 1992. I also heard she is the first person to write a book on mental health. to start a private clinic in Nagpur. She has an MPhil in clinical psychology from Bombay University and gold medal in nutrition. She is a columnist in largest English daily newspaper, Hitavada, since 1994, called Emotions, which is very popular till today. I used to regularly read that ma'am in your social media post. She is a behavioral trainer for industry and institutions as well. She joined Rotary Club of Nagpur in 2000. She is a co-founder and chair of Rotary Action Group on Mental Health Initiatives for 2025 to 2027 Global Action Groups. It is. She is editor of monthly newsletter Mind Matters, and it is her brainchild. Mind Matters is her brainchild, and every month she shapes it, and it is for mental health by Rotary District Action Group on Mental Health 3030. She has been honored with the two highest awards, Service Above Self and the People of Action Champions of Impact at Rotary International Convention at Singapore in May 2024. Her center is Manodaya. You can see the website manodaya.org and stay connected with her through Mind Matters also. Apart from this is a moment of so joy for me to also announce the another thing, very important thing. The DPMH Best Psychologist for the year 2025 goes to our dear Rita Agarwal ma'am. I'm very happy and proud of that, ma'am. The award to her.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You really made me an emotional person today. Normally, I'm very calm and relaxed and quiet. But thank you for that wonderful honor, invitation, award on the first day itself. I'm truly honored and truly, it's my great pleasure to be among all of you. And I'm going to be a regular member of yours. So I no longer will be a guest or a chief guest. I will be part of you. And thank you, Shri Priya, for that very emotional introduction. And yes, we share a bond which goes beyond professionalism or being colleagues. We share different values. The women's movement has come a very long way from when it started at different places in the world at different times. From 19, if you look at the Industrial Revolution from 1910 to 2026, I think women have traveled a very, very long way. And the Indian women have been more or less privileged, according to me, because the struggle of women's empowerment, which has taken place in the Western world, is nothing compared, is not something which the Indian women have faced. The Indian women have been given privileges by the Indian society, by the law, by, by our government. Many things we have got sitting at home. But in the West, women have really fought on the streets. They have faced lathi charges. They have become activists. If you remember the suffragette movement, where women wanted to get the right to vote, there they were all beaten up and thrown in jail and tortured, and then they got all their rights. But in India, in Kerala, you had Mary Roy, who fought for the women's property right movement. So there have been movements in India. And if I remember, I was in college then, when in 1976, the Indian women's movement started from not very far away from Nagpur, which is called Gadchiroli. And it started with the Mathura rape case. So the Indian women's movement has gone through, I've seen it through. The first feminist magazine in India was launched by Delhi, one organization in Delhi. I'm forgetting that lady's name. She was a very nice lady. The magazine was called Manushi. And the editor was Madhu Kishwar. That was the first women feminist magazine from India, Manushi. And we were all reading it and writing. I was in college in my MA at that time at Ranchi. So I have seen how the Indian women's movement has progressed, and we have benefited a lot from it. All the young ladies of today's India see a very different world from what we have seen and what my mother and my grandmothers have seen. So we are really a privileged lot. We have voting rights, we have property rights, we have equal rights in many ways. But yes, society has not changed too much. There was a recent study, not recent, but maybe several years ago, which said that the mindset of Indian women has changed 200%, but not the mindset of men. You see? So men have to catch up with us now. The way the Indian women's mindset is going, she wants everything. And why not? Why not? When she works hard and she's a giver, she's a natural giver because she gives birth to children, she nurtures the children, she gives them good citizenship, culture. So she is a natural giver. She gives and gives and gives. And there was a time when we used to promote socially the value of sacrifice by women. So women should sacrifice. But today you see the title of the International Women's Day is Give and Gain. So how I was thinking of that title when you wrote to me to say that the theme of this year's Women's Day is give and gain. So I said, Shri Priya told me the theme is give and gain. So I said, what does this theme mean? I don't know. Then I thought about it and I said, okay, we have been natural givers and we have been giving and giving and giving. And we have been talking about sacrifice of women. Women should sacrifice for the family, women should sacrifice for the children, women should sacrifice for the husband and everybody. What does she gain in return? So today, the woman who is aware, today, the woman who is educated, today, the woman who has a greater sense of self and identity would give definitely because she's a woman, she has to go on giving, but she will also look for gain. So, what am I gaining out of it? And the first thing I have to look for is what do I gain within myself? How do I empower myself from within? And that, of course, we all know your sense of dignity, your sense of self worth, your sense of identity, the roles, multiple roles that you play. You must value that. If you don't value yourself and if you don't value the work that you do. So let me go back a little. Earlier, when I started working, my mother was not a working woman. And my generation was, my sister and me, we were the first generation. In my family, we started working. People used to pity us. So I'm a single woman, so you can understand that I was under more of scrutiny and more pity by society. That, oh my poor thing, she's a single woman. She has to work because she has to support herself. She doesn't have a husband. So I was an object of pity. And my mother would feel very offended about it. She's happy and she's happily going around her life and living a very fruitful, creative life. There to pity her about. Society was, oh no, poor thing, she has to work. She has to work for her living and she has to support herself. 20 years down the line, when I talk to women, when they say I'm a housewife, they feel guilty. And they're not proud of themselves any longer. Earlier, the working woman was pitied. Today, the housewife is an object of pity. Because even a man would say, I say, what do your wife do? Oh, she's just a housewife. She doesn't work. She doesn't do any work. And the housewife herself also would say, oh, I'm not like you. I'm just a housewife. So how is this changing? The value systems have totally changed. Now we respect working women. Earlier we disrespected working women. You see, and there's a clear change in the value systems and belief systems. So, but still today, men don't have a choice. They have to work and support the family. Women have a choice. She can be a housewife. She can be a part-time working woman. She can be a full-time working woman. She can be anything she likes to be. And there is still a very large percentage of men who would like a housewife. I will earn, you feed me, you serve me. When I come home, Give me my cup of tea, give me my glass of water, press my legs, give me a head massage, and I'll be happy and I'll take care of all of you. So, but I feel if I choose to be a working woman or if I choose to be a housewife, I should be a happy housewife. I should be a happy housewife and I should value the work that I'm doing at home. If I don't value my housework, nobody is going to value me. So, the women's empowerment, that's a lot of empowerment which will come from within. How I see myself, what is my self image, what is my sense of dignity, what is my own belief system and value systems. And I agree that there's a lot of confusion in society because we have all types of streams running in society, the conservative stream, the ultra conservative stream, the modern stream, the liberal stream, and the ultra modern. They all exist simultaneously because there's a society in transition. There's nothing fixed which we can say, oh, this is Indian. We cannot fix anything. There's nothing absolute. It's all relative. It's all in transition. And we have everything coexisting at the same time, and it's your choice to make. So, what else? Another thing, but still, I do feel that there are certain areas where women lack, and they should build themselves, evolve in those areas, enhance them. One thing is continuous enhancement of skills. Continuous enhancement of skills is something which women should strive of. Whether you're a working woman or you're a housewife, doesn't matter. Value your time, value yourself, and learn something new and new every day. Like Shri Priya says, whether it's writing or whether it's counseling or whether it's nutrition or cooking or knitting or dance or music, I think skill enhancement is something which women should continuously do. One very important point which I feel for women is where I lack a lot is financial management. And I'm going to take that very seriously in my life because women must gain financial security. You never know what will happen to your life tomorrow. You don't know. And do not be at the mercy of others. Do not be at the mercy of others. Life can take such a negative turn in just a second and you'll be off track. So, financial security for women is very, very important in today's modern life. You cannot take anything for granted. This doesn't mean that you fight with your husband, and it doesn't mean that you bring a rift between the two of you. So it's not you and me, but it's we. Definitely, the family is a we. But even though the family is a we, see that your financial position is strong, sound, on sound grounds. And you are aware of the documentation, you are aware of the investments, you are aware that you are a partner and party to whatever property you have, whether it's a house or land or investments. See that your name is there. Don't be blind. And it's not a matter of questioning or losing faith in your husband. No, it's empowerment of yourself. Don't fight with him. It's not a matter of conflict, but it's a matter of awareness and it's a matter of security. And it's a very, very important matter where you say, hey, let me also understand. Why should I be kept in the dark? So, staying in the dark and having blind faith in something, we should stop doing. We should stop doing because we no longer live in a simple world. We live in a very complex world, and we see so many women getting upset and not taking a step which she should take. Supposing a woman is subjected to domestic violence, supposing a woman is continuously subjected to abuse, but she can't step out of the house. She cannot gain liberation and freedom. Why? She doesn't have the means. And if she doesn't have the means, she doesn't have the confidence. So these are all very critical issues. I'm sure all of you have all these thoughts in your mind. I'm not saying anything new. We just keep revising things as to where we stand and where we should go ahead. So I would be happy if there are questions coming forth from the audience. Otherwise, yes, I wish all of you the best and all of you to progress as much as your potential is. And I think women have tremendous potential. I feel a woman is very talented, a woman is multifaceted, a woman has more talent than men have. You see, she gives birth to the world. What more creativity or productivity can she have? She has immense potential, and she should work hard on evolving herself continuously and bringing out that potential through which she will contribute not just to the family but to society as well. Women's contribution to society is immense. Can be better if women step out into the economic zone. So thank you so much for the invite, and I would be happy to answer questions if raised by our dear members.
Yeah, may I?
Yeah, sure.
It's not questions. I largely agree with what you say about financial independence and other things, but I have a few thoughts to share if that's okay. Is that fine?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. So I've done a bit of research on where women stand as per women's rights, and as there's been so much progress in women's lives from last 2 to 3 centuries. And I would like to name a few female activists from 19th century, and mostly I think from Maharashtra. Savitri Phule is one lady. She is known as mother of Indian feminism. If So, she ran the first school for girls in Pune, and another lady by name Pandita Ramabai. I think it's good to recollect these names.
Yeah.
And she is the one who founded the Arya Mahila Samaj Women's. She fought for women's education and independence. And another lady by name Tarabai Shinde. Uh, she spoke about Sri Purush Tulna, which is comparison between women's lives and men's lives. And she's known to be the first modern feminist criticizing patriarchal societies in India. So these three ladies, I think, have really paved the way for today's modern women in India. And three names, men activists who fought for India's women's rights, or first and foremost Raja Ram Mohan Roy, like all of us know, and he is the maker of modern India.
Yeah.
And who fought for abolition of sati, which became legal as well.
Yeah.
And another 2, 3 names which come to my research is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar and Kandukuri Vireshalingam Pantulu Garu.
Yeah.
These two gentlemen fought for women's education and widow remarriages.
And Jyotiba Phule.
Yes. I think he's the husband of
Savitri Phule.
yes, Savitri Phule ji. So I think just remembering them and honoring them for bringing women to this crossroads in our lives. And I have done a very interesting, according to me, is within my family and friends who are close to me. I have friends ranging from 80 to early 20s. So I have asked them two important questions on the event of Women's Day. First question is, what does it mean to be a woman to you, and what does Women's Day in particular mean to you? So I've got, in general, great responses from 80-year-olds and 70-year-olds. Is basically they're honoring. I would like to read few points that I've written down from all the messages they've sent me. This comes from an 80-year-old person. She says female energy born to give, uh, to be charismatic in life, to nurse and to charm. Okay, and her heart is filled with love and purity. Uh, High moral values, strong and steadfast support of family and friends and children as well. This is from a 60-year-old person. Being woman is beautiful and needs a lot of strength and courage to sustain life as it is in this world. And it needs resilience, deep empathy towards one and all, starting from home, workplace, and close community around. So do whatever you can to uplift the people around us. And respecting values and sentiments of family. And most important is now coming to a late 20s and early 30s person. I think it reflects the fiber of what the essence of what the Indian ladies are going through around this age is uh, working twice as hard in two different worlds, demanding work front and unending household chores, uh, dealing with unequal expectations, expected to excel professionally and also fulfilling traditional roles above all, facing pay inequalities, sacrificing personal time, but spending it more on fulfilling chores at home, balancing strength and exhaustion, and feeling pressures to be a good woman, holding everything together quietly. So there seems to be from a progressive personalities following, and it feels like when I was reading this late 20s person's narrative, it feels like she's arrived at a place where she's exhausted and not feeling rejuvenated. So I'm not talking about this particular person. Maybe in general, that's the feeling. Uh, Ladies may be feeling unsupported. And I was thinking, as a woman, as a mother and a grandmother, of raising men and women to be of not one about the other, but to go in tandem with each other. If, like you were saying, now it has reached a stage where the men have to catch up with the women. So it is again a disbalance. Where there was a disbalance before, and it has come to a point where it was equalized, and now women have gone further ahead. So now to make the men catch up and come to an equilibrium is where we are standing. And suppose now we can hear more and more marriages are breaking down and more divorces and more breakups are happening around us. So if it is happening to our own son and a grandson, it is definitely going to pain us as well. So is it not again the responsibility again falls on women to raise the bar of men to reach that equilibrium position is what I would like to put across. And it's not one about the other, but go hand in hand. And after all, what do we all want? A relationship which is peaceful and happy, right? So it's not one about the other, but to be equal partners, sharing everything, including and building a happy and peaceful relationships. So this is what, as a society, we need to sustain if we need a peaceful world. So these are my thoughts which came across.
Thank you so much. This is wonderful, and and I think you have struck the most important chord in this entire discussion, is that it again falls on the mother and the woman who brings up her children, whether it's a boy or a girl, with belief systems and value systems and teach the boy equal values like you teach the girl. So caring and sharing for each other and not devaluing anybody's labor. There has to be dignity of labor, and there has to be equality respect for more, as you so rightly said, to come up to that level where they can respect the woman and they can respect the girl. So in future, when he marries, the conflict will be
Yes.
less. And the marriages are breaking. And if you look at the version of the men, they say girls are breaking marriage because they are not adjusting.
True.
She's educated, she's a working woman, and she doesn't want to adjust to the family's expectations. But what men don't understand is that a working woman who's managing a house and work is breaking under the pressure of the expectations.
Yeah.
So I think what you said is perfectly, very, very nicely said and very nicely stated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And Shri Priya, she's raised her hand.
Hi, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have one this question in my mind for a long time, and it was recently addressed in a movie also. Like there is a recent Tamil movie, Thai Kirevi. In that, in a particular scene where a girl was like singing something, and a very young girl was talking about marriage kind of things. Immediately this elderly woman hit her and says, like, it took 100 years to get your right to education. The right to education has been fought strongly. And I know it personally because my mother is a wonderful person. She is in rank one. Then political crimes happening, and they think marriage is safe than making her educated. I always think if she could have, she might have got education. She might have done some wonders. So the education scenario, even in my generation, it was not very good. And today it is almost, I feel, much better than what we have saw. But to you must be knowing so many generations you have seen. What is the one thing you think that today's girls are not valuing this fight, or they like taking this privilege for granted or misusing this privilege?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to pose that question to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Now, take a family which has one girl child, and she's the only child. So, and they are a privileged family. They have enough to support her, give her the best of education, and give her the best of everything. Now, when she marries, what sort of a personality and mindset she will go into that family with? Or parents have to be careful to choose partners for their daughters whom they bring up, to choose the good partners for their daughters which will match their mindset. So if we are talking of mental health and if we are talking of mindsets, then as I said, we have in society all the streams of thought existing. You have the conservative, ultra conservative, modern, liberal, ultra modern. We have all the streams existing. Now, it depends on you what value systems you want to ingrain in the mind of your child. And then in future, when you get them married or you get them settled, then you have to look for a family which suits the mindset. Just don't push, because when we do marriage counseling, all of you are psychologists. We know what happens in marriage counseling. When they are fighting and they are going to court for divorce or separation, we say, "Why did you marry?" My father pushed me into it. My father said, "No, no, he's a good boy. He earns well. He has a good income. He will keep you happy." But the minds don't match. She's modern. She's liberated. I remember one Marwadi family where the girl had chosen a boy in her college, and the father said, "I know this family. Don't marry them. They are very conservative, and we have brought you two girls in a very liberated and modern atmosphere." this family will not suit you. But she said, no, but I love the boy. The father said, you love the boy, but the family will not accept you. You're too modern for them. They will have extreme conservative expectations from you. And that's what happened. They were fighting and fighting and fighting throughout. And there was an attempted suicide also by the girl. Ultimately, they settled, but the trauma was huge over a period of 10 to 15 years. Valid point, Shripriya. No, but I think your question was a little different. That what you said was, do you think that girls are misusing the freedom? But supposing you can choose a partner which suits you, supposing that there is a girl who's very independent minded, liberated, working, earning, and doesn't want to make choices which will not suit her. So she can make a choice on her own. Would you allow that? But respect is something which we should teach children, not to forget the value of parents, the value of a family, the value of respect. If families break, then we have a major problem in society.
I think, ma'am, it's gone beyond allowing a child to get married to a choice of her own spouse. I think it's a matter of acceptance from the parent side.
Say that again.
No, I'm trying to say, you said, will you allow that? If a girl is making a choice of her own, I think it's gone beyond a place of allowing, but more to accept the choices of our children at the moment.
But as I said, the girl didn't make a perfect choice because the children still have a narrow vision and they can't see beyond. So when the father said this family will
That is a challenge for parents, ma'am, because we don't know. I mean, we can only say what we see. Maybe it's not matching your mindset or personality, whatever else. But whether it will be accepted by our children, we don't know.
But do you feel the point which Sri Priya is making is that girls are taking more liberty, girls are misusing the freedom and liberty which parents are giving? She's making a different point.
Yeah, true. It is. It is happening all around us. It's possible. There are responsible daughters as well, responsible kids as well, as equal amount of maybe more who are taking advantage of the privileges.
Okay.
It is happening,
It is.
no doubt.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So where's Archana? I was waiting.
I just have a doubt, ma'am. I just want to ask your opinion. If an independent thinking woman got married into an extremely orthodox family, is my voice visible, ma'am?
Yes.
Yeah, an independent thinking woman, working woman, got married into an extreme orthodox family who see women as lesser than men, everyone in that family. Can that woman do anything to change the mindset in her marital home?
Very difficult. She'll spend a lifetime struggling to do that. And she'll undergo a lot of trauma. She might succeed in the end, but she'd pay a heavy price.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me. I just want to add a point to Archana's question. Archana, one thing I always say that like it is another thing for a woman, more than mental health or mindset. It is independent women when we say or think about. We are we cannot impose our thoughts on others. Let them be as they are. Let us be as we are. That is one mindset which can help us also to reduce the trauma. I will definitely say they will not leave us in peace. But sometimes there are certain things which we have to let go, which we have to respond. I never react. We have to respond, way to respond, way not to respond, way to let go, way to hold, way to stand, where not to, like where not to just put our legs or be people. This mindset might help us to reduce the trauma.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
yeah, I think what you're saying, Shri Priya, is we should know what are the issues we need to really stand up for and what are the non issues we should let go.
Yes, ma'am.
So, everything doesn't become an issue in life.
Yes, ma'am.
We should know the difference between issues and non issues.
Can't hear.
Jyoti ma'am, you are in mute.
Yes. So am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So morning, everyone. And it was a wonderful beginning, I should say. And happy Women's Day to all the wonderful women here. I'm Ramya Raju, counseling psychologist and a child development specialist. So people often say women are multitasking. That is very true. But sometimes I feel women are not just multitasking. We are actually running 24-hour service center, like multi-thinking. And the funny thing is the service center never comes with a holiday. Because in many movies, we just see the hero says, I'll fight the whole world for you. Yes, very nice. But in real life, sometimes we feel like saying, please just make your own coffee. At least that is a big support for us. Because as ma'am said, 200% we have been advanced, latest version. And they're still to upgrade. They're in the still the oldest software, I feel. So because just imagine, let me ask you something very honestly. How many of you have heard this question at home? Where is the salt? Same kitchen, same shelf, same bottle. But suddenly we become like Google Maps. Second rack, left side, behind the pickle bottle. And after all that explanation, they have a standard reply. Oh, I can't see it. And of course, we all know something about women. Amazing it is, right? We take care of everyone. If the child coughs, we notice immediately. And if the husband sneezes, hot water, tablets, soup, full treatment starts. And if the parents need something, yes, we arrange immediately, right away. And women have a special part. If the whole family is sick, we become doctors, we become nurse, we become dietitians, just everything in one day. But when we are tired, what do we say to ourselves? Nothing. I'm fine. Just small headache. It will go away. But even if we have fever, we'll get up and ask, did you eat? Did all of you eat? Are anybody hungry? Women can detect everyone's problem. That's all I'll tell you. When it comes, we become very patient with pain. And another interesting thing is, many women usually they say, I don't have time to exercise. I'm tired. I have no energy. But if the gas cylinder finishes, the power goes off, or a guest arrives suddenly, see how fast we run? Inside the house, we suddenly become like some Olympic athletes. So the truth is, the ability is already there in us. The problem is not the energy. The problem is we don't schedule that energy for ourselves. What we need is simply to give ourselves permission to take care of our own health. That is gift to gain. Many of us have dreams, yes, but why doesn't the dream become reality for us? Because there's a big gap between this is a dream and the reality is there. There's a big gap between that. And it's very simple, the gap is action. Many of us have beautiful ideas. We imagine so vividly, so clearly, we think, we get so excited about it. But then what do? Nothing. Slowly, those dreams move to a dangerous place called someday. I will start someday. I will do tomorrow, maybe next week. But the truth is very simple. There's no someday. There's only now. So, how do we make our dreams a reality? I'll just give you, it begins with 3 simple steps. Step 1, 2-minute rule. Start with something that takes just 2 minutes. 2 minutes of walking, or even 2 minutes of stretching, 2 minutes of deep breathing. Because even one push-up is bad. None. Even reading one paper, one page, and not opening the book at all. So behavior research, what it exactly says is small and consistent actions is what matters for the brain to be active. And these slowly build habits. Because if you say from tomorrow I will exercise for 1 hour, you know what the brain immediately says? Let us discuss it next year for the new resolution. But if we say just 2 minutes, the brain says, okay, that sounds manageable. And once we start, many times we continue longer anyway. And the hardest part of any habit is not the effort. It's just the beginning. And the step 2s are inner dialogue. As ma'am said, we talk a lot to ourselves. And the way we speak to ourselves every day matters. So what we tell ourselves, so it either supports our goal or often have they are the toughest critics, I would tell you that. Because when a friend says, just imagine when a friend comes and tells you, I'm tired, we immediately say, take care, take some rest, you're doing so much, you're amazing. But when our own body tells us, I'm tired, I need rest, what does our inner voice say? Oh, you still have got so much to do. Finish that first. And sometimes even, you know what it says? What have you done to feel tired? It's always correcting us and never appreciating. And the worst is the people lives right inside our own head, not anywhere else outside. So imagine, if you speak to friends every week, why doing properly, and they're doing better than you. By evening, we would have no friends left. But then why are we speaking to ourselves like that? What if we change that? What if we could become our own cheerleaders? What if we started speaking to ourselves the way we speak to someone we care about? Because happy life is not a perfect life. Nobody can have a perfect life. Nobody can have a happy life all the time. And step 3, please ask for help. When was the last time, just think, you sat quietly for 10 minutes without feeling guilty? Because if you sit, your mind immediately says, oh, you're wasting your time. If you rest, your mind says you're lazy. We run to charge it. But we have 2% bad weeks. We completely ignore it. By saying no, we understand saying no is not disrespect. We are not disrespecting anyone. Resting is nothingness. And again, asking for help is not weakness. Even companies and CEOs have teams. But I don't know why we are running our homes like we are one woman startup and oh, multitasking is my cardio. This is not our silent suffering. Honestly, sometimes I feel the whole house is only one search engine, and that is us. What? We have to find it. It comes to the same department. We run homes, we manage work, we raise children, we support parents, we solve problems, remember birthdays, and of course find even the lost socks. But sometimes I feel that the house doesn't have electricity at all. It runs only on women. But in the middle of taking care of everyone else, yes, that's something good. I don't say it's something wrong, but there's one person we often forget. That is ourselves. So today, let us change one small thing. Not tomorrow, not someday, but today. Because Women's Day is just not about flowers and selfies alone. So today's Women's Day, I want to leave you with 3 small reminders. The 2-minute rule, check the voice inside your mind, and when needed, ask for help. Because being strong does not mean carrying everything all by yourself. Real strength is knowing when to share the weight. Do one small thing for your health, one small thing for your peace of mind. And say this to yourself: my health matters, my happiness matters too. And when the woman truly believes this, she does not change her own life. She quietly makes life better for everyone around her. So stop just with this wishful thinking. Plan it, start it. Some point of the day, you have to start something to do it. So start it and then do it. So when we show up again and again, and every single day, dreams slowly becomes reality. So thank you all. And once again, happy Women's Day to each and everyone. Incredible women, I would say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, Raji, ma'am, please share your knowledge.
Sunanda,
Yeah, ma'am, you're there.
some good problem. Again, good evening. Sorry, for you, good morning. For me, good evening, everyone. So once again, happy Women's Day. I think Ramya was very emotional. I could see that it's really there's a very good emotional speech. I can say we can talk. Yeah, as we are coming to the point called give and gain principle, which we are talking about this year's theme. This give and get thing, it's not that we give something positive to others, then in our to life, and we often receive something valuable in return. But if we giving positive to somebody, if you don't get the positives back, maybe we will wait for some time. We'll wait for some time. After that, if you're not receiving that positivity, maybe we will stop giving it. Okay, so the principle which can give and take doesn't mean all the time we are on the other side. We will give all the time, but we don't gain anything. Okay, when it comes to anything, it may be relationships, it may be growth, it may be emotional well-being, whatever it is. If you're ready to give something, and we have to see some gain. Suppose if you're giving 100%, at least we expect at least 10% of it. That's exactly what we see. Gaining 100% may not be possible, because as everybody is talking about though we are actually changed ourselves 200%, but society and others didn't change at all. So according to me, if you give kindness, yeah, you gain happiness. Okay, it can be empathy, it can be support. What I do, what others do for me, what if I do something for them, what I'll get it from that? You don't get anything. You may not be monetarily, you may not get anything, you may not, but the satisfaction which comes to you, that inner satisfaction which comes to you, that is more than enough for you to live happily. Suppose it's not that you are going to help each and everybody whoever is coming, and you don't go all the way out of the way to help somebody, but somebody comes in your way. Here when I'm talking about this, it's only empathy. Suppose we keep hearing the cases of suicide and depression and all these things more. And in our circle, if somebody is really suffering, somebody is not feeling well, you need not to do anything. Just go and talk to them. Okay, how are you? I'm there with you. I think these words acts like mantra, which I tried and tested with many people as a professional and even as my friends and everywhere. I think this kind of empathy and support, it's not that all the time money, it's always emotional support is very, very important. So if we give some empathy, definitely we get that satisfaction and the emotional peace. So, and helping somebody sometimes is definitely reduce your stress and increase your sense of purpose. Most of us, I think, after a certain age, we say, I don't know what to do. I don't know how I to live. I'm just living like this. So this kind of thoughts leads us to the depression staying with us. You are almost like single parents, or only parents staying and only wife and husband staying, no children around. And if you're getting this kind of feeling that I don't have anybody, what is the purpose of my life? Instead of searching purpose at your place with your own children, where you can go and help them and just talk to them. You need not to just talk to them. That gives lot of satisfaction. This is actually my personal experience when I really I tried this and it was really worked for me. I hope it will work for everyone. And giving respect and gaining respect. And this is one thing which we have to do it. There is a family or a friends and office, anywhere. You give the respect, but again you have to get the you have to gain that respect definitely. So that we'll have a healthy relationship and it's built on mutual giving. It's not that I give, I don't get anything. So that will not for a long time. And we give time and gain strong connections. That is actually spending a quality time with your family, children, friends, whatever is possible. Instead of saying that they're not listening to me, they're not coming to me, I'm no complaints. Instead of complaining to them, why can't you spend a quality time? Is it a 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and how much time you spend them? Try to spend this quality time with the friends, families, friends, family, children, outside, anyone. That creates a bond and creates a trust also. Time is the most valuable things we can give to the people. If somebody says I don't have time, that is, I think everybody is having only the 24 hours. But somebody is having time. Why, if you don't have time, that means we have to really think about ourselves where we are really wasting our time. Instead of wasting our time in unnecessary thoughts and overthinking and negative thinking, why can't you thinking something really positive will really help us to grow in a better way? And give the knowledge, gain the wisdom. That is another thing. Depends our own understanding. It's not knowledge that if you start sharing your knowledge, that's what we are doing in our DPMP. I think this is a platform where sharing of knowledge is one of the major aspect. I think thanks to Sunanda for that, creating this platform. And we are from different backgrounds and different people, different areas, but still we'll come to a common point. We start sharing our ideas, thoughts, and everything, and we appreciate each other's ideas and thoughts. Okay, and this way we are gaining a knowledge, and we are giving the knowledge, and we are gaining the wisdom also. So sharing sharing knowledge and experiences and guidance. That's what we just till now we heard all the whether Rita ma'am's experiences, Sripaji. So all the people are sharing their own experiences. We never feel that we are sharing with somebody unknown. We are actually feeling, we feel like we are a family. We are connected with each other with the DPMP family, which we talk about it. And giving self-care, just know Ramya talked about it. I just picked up the topic, but I said, okay, let me put that aside. Giving self-care, gaining the inner strength. I think she covered most of the points with the emotionally. It's very emotionally. Yeah. Whatever is there, self-care is very important. Whenever we have to say no to something, we have to say no to strongly. If your body is saying that I can't do it, I think it's really that it can't do it. I think you have to stop it and you have to go further. And taking care of yourself, rest, compassion to yourself. It's not that if you don't feel like doing anything, just sit quietly. No need to trouble yourself. And most importantly, you need to have a mental clarity. Why I'm doing something, why I'm not doing something. Suppose you need not to push yourself for each and everything. If you have a mental clarity, that itself gives you the signal that whether you have to go further or not. Then emotional balance. I think we are actually bundle. Our emotions are very strong. Everything comes very fast. Emotional balancing, if you're happy, you show your happiness. You're sad, your sadness also same thing. And you're angry, your anger also you shows in a peaks. I think this makes your own health put in trouble. So maintain that emotional balance. I think when we're talking about meditation, mindfulness, and activities, learning something new, something different things. Okay, at certain point of time, you don't feel like reading. I think we used to read a lot. Now it's okay because we are used to that scrolling type. Actually, every time phone scroll something and read it. Nothing harm in it. You can do it, but I think as long as it is in your control, you can do that. But if you're just reading the reels and you're doing reels and you're reading something, you're just passing your time. You're not doing anything really happy. Instead of you're feeling, it won't give you the excitement. It gives you that more boredom to you. So mostly give and gain doesn't mean that over sacrificing yourself. You need not to sacrifice. You're over sacrificing not yourself. Healthy giving should come from the boundaries and self-respect. Nothing at the cost of your self-respect. That's what I feel. Give with kindness. Give without expecting immediate returns. We have a big problem that when we give something, immediately we expect something. So without expectation, if you give something, that gives you a lot of satisfaction. And give without losing yourself, not at the cost of something. You should not lose yourself and your worthiness and your what you have it. Okay. uh so when we give positivity to the world, life often returns to it in unexpected ways. Okay. We keep talking about positivity all the time. It doesn't mean that it's not that easy to be positive all the time. Okay. It's though I strongly say that though we say that be positive, it's not that easy. Okay. I think negative attracts us so much and it comes very fast. Okay. But I think it's again a practice. You try to make the practice. I think definitely maybe the negativity will come down and positivity will increase. Maybe negativity will come down in a slow manner. Positivity should also go up in a similar manner. Okay. So I think this is my version. I think when I talk about give and take, okay, I thought I will we give something, we are giving. I think we are giving our knowledge. I think all of us, and we are sharing, or we are gaining our wisdom from all your thoughts. Okay. Thank you, Vinanda, for giving me this opportunity. Once again, happy Women's Day.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah, Raji, ma'am.
Yeah. So happy Women's Day to all the wonderful and beautiful women. The theme of this International Women's Day is Give to Gain. It's my favorite topic. So the joy of giving. So I'll just go with Jodi. And actually, like I was questioning myself, what do I give to gain something? To gain something, what I give. Okay. So this started shifting my perspective, moving from what can I get mindset, what can do I have expectation I give something. People say that, and it's a true fact too. Women is the future of the world. Okay, I go with the Rita Agarwal, as she said that. So we have mental wellness, and we all are mentally wealthy. So we have a womb, and we are able to hold a child in that, and later we take care of the child, both mentally and physically. So how strong we are, how strong the women are. So it's actually from our birth, we were giving. We were giving and we were gaining too. Okay. So at times when we are disturbed mentally, so we were not able to see that. So actually we are gaining, we were gaining. My grandmother gained something, my mother too, and later she passed on to me. So we were gaining something, that is the strength of motherhood and empowering generations. So we empower generations, right? So here, what this theme says actually, so a mindset of generosity, okay, and collaboration. So here, like actually, it is path to progress. Give to gain. It is the path to progress. We multiply new opportunities. So when we give our time, voice, knowledge, so we gain the same. So here I'm just observing in this call, thanks to DPMP, we all are connected with each other. So when Dr. Archana gives emoji, I feel like it. Okay, so when she gives a clapping or like thumbs up, so I'm just thinking, oh, she is giving, so I'm gaining. When I see that, no, I really feel happy. I felt happy, and automatically my hand goes there. So this is what actually give to gain. So I'm gaining something. She gave me something. I gained something, and I'm just returning to it. Okay, maybe to the resource person and also the person who gave something. So when I just smile it, automatically I'm able to receive the smile from people. So
Correct.
in turn, I'm gaining that. Okay. So as a woman, we were giving and we were gaining in between some sort of disturbance. Okay. Like, so when I am disturbed mentally and I'm unable to analyze myself. Okay. So do I love myself? So self-love, what I have a stock. If you come to my house, I may give you a biryani or I may give you like soup or something. What actually I have. So I'm ready to share it with you. Okay, so if I love myself, I love to give. So I'm just loving the whole world. So automatically I'm gaining something out of it. Okay, so whatever stock I have, I love to give. Okay, there are no expectation. I'm just giving it, whether you give it to me back or not. I don't mind, but I'm happy now. Okay, so I understood this give to gain that like no sharing is caring and giving is receiving. What I give, definitely I receive. Let me believe in that. And as a psychotherapist, I used to tell my clients, that is, you all know SFT, solution focused therapy. You just start focusing on solution. When we focus on the problem, that multiplies. So when we focus on the solution, automatically we are getting some ideas, some solutions. So I believe strongly that everybody is great. All are excellent, whether it is men or women. And I feel that woman is 10 step ahead. Okay, so I'm really blessed to be a woman. So I just love to be a woman always. Okay, so I'm able to give. I don't know whether men are able to give or men is capable of giving. I have a doubt in that. So really, they are so mentally. I feel personally that they are not strong enough. So they don't. They are maybe we can put it in this way. So since we are one step ahead, no. So the other person is here. So really, they don't have the stock either to give love or to give like a progress or to hug us or to kiss or to love. They don't know. So, but we have more. So let us all give that to them. Okay. So whether the kid, you all know very well that in all primary schools, only the female or teachers, women or teachers. Okay. So only they can handle the kids. So they are able, they are capable to manage. It's not that thing that teaching ABCD or teaching that primary syllabus. It's simple for everybody. Okay. But how to handle a child, like, just maybe to hug the kid or to kiss or always giving the kid that I am with you. I'm always with you. You can come to me. You can trust me. You can just hold me. So I'm always there for you. So this is what I saw. My perspective when I saw this topic, the theme of this International Women's Day, give to gain. We were doing it earlier, but this IWD in 2026, they just brought this as a theme. So I just love it. And I always believe that giving is progress. And give to gain is a call to action. That's why 2026 they have taken it. We were doing it earlier, but whether it was 100% we were in action, we have to analyze each and every woman. I feel we were able to smile at others honestly from the heart, and what is inside. Now I believe that what is inside, it actually matters. Okay, so outside, sometimes we may feel guilt, or we may have some sort of like a different feeling. So here I had inside, but I was taken that same theme into action. So we have to question ourselves. So this year, 2026, give to gain. It's a call to act, for action, or to act, to work actually into that. So as I am concerned, so what are the things I can give? Because here also, no, little I have to gain something, no. When I look at Sri Priya and smile, so I'll just expect, no, Sri Priya should smile at me. So it is a gain only. So I'm giving it. Okay. So this is amazing thing, and thanks to DPMP, and thanks to all lovely women. So let us give love, and I believe in that 100%. We'll get back the love, and love you all so much. And thank you. Happy Women's Day once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Sujita ji.
I'm sorry, it's my daughter name. I was unable to change it. I'm Rajalakshmi.
Rajalakshmi,
Yes.
madam.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Ram. Yes, Priya.
Hi all, very good afternoon once again. So I was when this team was given, Sunita ma'am said me this. I was really not aware what everyone is going to speak. I'm so happy to see everyone is speaking on what is my thoughts. So yes, International Women's Day observed on March 8th. We all know it was a movement like it started centuries ago, I was intended recognition of women's labor by salary, by wages, by human working condition, and right of vote, and all those things. The main one core concept is recognition of women's labor. But today, more than a century later, I'm just wondering one thing: the labor that never appears in our policy documents or never received wages. There are definitely talks of giving wages to the homemakers, and still it is not in action. So the what we do globally is tremendous. We are also like leading Chandrayans to many things, from driving a lorry, or there was a beautiful Honda advertisement once asked, why all pleasure only to men? Now our girls can even ride bullet to anything they can. But what inside our homes, the labor, especially the labor of cooking, the labor of cleaning, the labor of caring and holding the families, what we are all proud about, holding the families together. So what is that labor? Working that is constant, which has no question at all. So I always guess, why are many exploitations happen, especially why so much of exploitations to women? Because exploitation is not happening in true violence, no. People doesn't beat or treat badly nowadays. It comes with a very simple package, a gift package. Wow, you are a wonderful mom, you are a beautiful wife. That is how people are exploiting. Many times women is oppressed by glorifying for enduring things silently. Why this conversation I brought it? This is like in my mind for a long time. I have spoken to Sunanda ma'am, I have spoken to Rita ma'am, and many people. This one conversation hit very badly in my clinic walls, and especially once there was a gentleman. Like, I call him gentleman because he dressed so well, and he was very authoritative. Like when he sat across me like this, the way, the body language, everything is well taught, well nurtured. The gentleman, like he came and said, ma'am, this is my wife, she's well educated, but she keeps whining about everything. Please assess her mental health. And every morning, because of her whining habit and keep on, like because of her incompetence, a well educated working woman, mother of three, is, he said, incompetent at her house. That makes my mornings very bad. So slowly this man just sat like this, relaxed, and said, he leaned back and said, like he was reminiscing his childhood, and said, ma'am, you know, my childhood was flawless. Every morning I woke up and see my mother as fresh as a rose. No, he gave this literally, he gave this statement as a rose. She's as fresh as a rose. And his eyes were very sparkling when he talks about his mother. And he was so proud speaking of her. The pride I can see in every word he said. He said, we were two boys, ma'am. We were two boys. And my father was a government teacher. He works in a school nearby us, and my mother was like a nursing assistant, and she has her public health center in Malappuram district. That is like in a hill station, which she has to travel 2 kilometers up and down. That doesn't shock me. That's okay. The women want to work. She traveled. But the next statement really shocked me. He said, she wakes up at 2 a.m. every day. She would begin her day cooking, cleaning, preparing food for the entire family. By the time 6:30 we wake up, our lunch will be already served neatly in our the packed lunch bags, and the breakfast is already on the table. We are so cool, so comfortable. And I was like, my God, this mother is really a rose. She was surrounded by her own thorns. You can think of the thorns holding her. Think of her leaving the home by 7 o'clock, finishing every entire core in the house and making the house pick and span. I really couldn't meet this mother, but I can hear her cry. I can hear her tears dropping without nobody knows. I can hear her back cracking. Can you hear that? Yes. Then I stopped and asked this man, sir, do you feel a single act of guilty? He also added one more point, ma'am, me and my brother never once heard her whining, heard her complaining. We never demanded our father or us to support in kitchen. I was totally kind of uh, flattered by this glorification. I really doesn't like this glorification of the mother. I was thinking of the super women, how much the crown is heavy, She is like crowned as a super woman, but the head or cervix or the back must has been already gone. This story of glorification is totally having another side. I told this gentleman, sir, don't you feel a single act of guilty? I honestly asked him this question. Don't you feel guilty to say this? How can you say this without any guilt or shame? He was totally surprised to look at me. He said, he even wanted to interrupt and say I'm a feminist. I said I'm not a feminist. I'm a human being. I cannot accept the super women symbol of glorification or tax. She has like sacrificing, and in the glorification of sacrificing, you forgot the important human value, empathy. Have you ever once empathized your mother? Because for years she could have lost her sleep. She has slept more. The women needs more sleep than men, is what science says. She has lost her sleep for you people. Doesn't his bringing you any kind of guilt? And are you celebrating her endurance? So the question is about the hidden exploitation, not in cruelty, but in the price. No, we praise, appreciate, always say clapping, wow, wow, wow. But what is hidden here? The endurance, the suffering, and the mother has never told her sons or husband, this home is not a motel. I am not a only labor, and you people cannot simply enjoy here. So now, today, I have the question not to men. I have the question to every super woman, every mother. Are we truly honoring our mothers? Are we truly honoring ourselves? Or are we romanticizing this exhaustion? That is the very important question of the day. Before you give, you have to understand. Everybody says, I don't want to gain. Even Bhagavad Gita says, don't look for the results. But today, I will tell the results are very, very important because the question of give to gain is very important here. What, my dear women folk, what, my dear mothers, you are giving to your boys or even your girls? Are you unknowingly raising the sons who admires the sacrifice but never shares responsibility? They really love us. They are very proud about us. But are they sharing the responsibility? And we standing proudly as sacrificing fever, and we are saying, yes, I'm a giver, and exhausting ourselves and our future daughter-in-laws or daughters. Sorry. So when the son sees a mother as a very silent figure of sacrifice, what happens here is he's not cruel. He is not a hunter. He is not very happy, like making you demand. But he thinks it's a normal thing. A mother, whether works or not, should do this. This is normal. But please remember, in the olden tradition, when we were hunters in the Stone Age, decided to stay in cave, men started telling women, you stay back in the cave for the 3 days because for the smell of the blood, the animals will chase us easily. So you stay back, stay away inside the cave, keep yourself protected. I'll hunt. That is how the men and women roles started. But today, the woman is ready to fight, ready to hunt, and ready to do anything miraculously. But the hunting man says, I will only hunt, I'll not take care here. So, who is it responsible for? Are we giving them only comfort? They gain entitlement, and we give life skills for giving them gaining the responsibility. That is a very important question we have to ponder on. And very important give and gain is the question: what are we giving our sons today? A kind of comfort or competence? Are we going to give them dependence or dignity? When we are saying the women are 200 pars and par excellence, our sons are still dependent. Women are independent, men are dependent. So give them more dignity rather than giving them dependency. That is the very important thing. Because the boys we are raising today, when the divorce comes, the main problem they say, women is not part excellent. Then women says, he is not understanding me because he doesn't know how to understand you because the mother has born and shown the suffering as normal. So that is the very important question. Again, I'm putting because they are not cruel. Men are not cruel, but because that is the only model of care they had witnessed from us, the mothers, isn't it? So when suffering becomes normalized, what is fading away from the men or the society or the boys is empathy. So remember, we have to teach them to be delegating the responsibility, shared coexistence space. A home is not a motel, it is a shared coexistence space where we have to tell them it is our shared responsibility, it is the life skill. You have to understand that every boy goes like seeing his mother doing all these things. He will unconsciously learn one dangerous lesson that women's exhaustion is part of the family life. She is supposed to be like that. It is not injustice, not imbalance. It is just normalcy. So let us all unlearn first. It is not normal even for us. We have to understand. We cannot be simply being a false positive giving. No, there is many false positive or toxic positivity around us. We cannot be a toxic positive givers. We have to be a proper and normal givers. And when something painful becomes normal, the mind stops questioning after a point. We all psychologists know that it becomes a conditioning of the brain that this is normal. So the real question is, what emotional environment did we raise our children in? Did they grow up seeing care as a shared responsibility? Or did they grow up believing that love must always look like women quite carrying the entire burden? because love is not carrying the burden. Love is living together. That is a very important thing they have to understand. And we have to truly want the compassionate society for the tomorrow's children. We must raise both our boys and girls to recognize exhaustion, respond to the exhaustion, and share the weight of care. That is very, very important. Share the weight of care. Empathy is not something that suddenly appears once he becomes an adult or once she becomes an adult. They have to learn it from every model they have in front of them. It has to be modeled in every single day at home. And perhaps the real empowerment of women will begin the day mothers stop raising kings. We don't want to raise any kings anymore. Please raise human beings. You don't be a superwoman. And if a child grows up watching a woman suffer silently, remember, he may not become cruel. Definitely, he is going to be cruel. He may be always gentle, but he may become dangerously comfortable with suffering. And he thinks suffering is normal. So let's remember, giving as shared responsibility and coexistence is what we have to give for our future generation to gain the equivalency in from home. It is across their life they need, but the equality should start from the home. We will start it from today. Thank you for watching.
Shri Priyajit, very well narrated. And I think one more skill we all need to learn is to feel less guilty and learn the skill of delegation as well for shared responsibilities. So that's what your narration brings forth at most. And also to unfollow the role models like Nirupa Roy and Nargis in Mother India. So, like when we were not, we don't even recognize we are females and we have certain roles. I think everything that is acquired is along the way, seeing our own role models, we pick up things and we need to see what works for us and what doesn't work for us, to let go what works for us and live what works for us. Thank you for your valuable inputs.
It was wonderful, Shri Priya, because we're just saying she's not, the woman is not asking for the world actually. She's just hoping that somebody would say, "You look tired. Are you okay?" But I think that's a small thing, but somehow I think this is one of the hardest thing for anybody to say for us. And because only then we can gain some confidence, and that is real progress and gift to gain. Beautifully put. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priya. Ma'am, you want to add some more point?
To me, ma'am?
Aru, ma'am,
Yes, yes. No. Thank you.
you want to add some more points, ma'am?
No. I'm okay.
Yeah. Then, Archana, you can add some more points.
Yes, ma'am. My ideas. Can I go with all my ideas, ma'am? Can I continue?
Yeah, please. Before we vote, I will share my add-up.
Okay. So, from the beginning, our chief guest Rita ma'am said that women today are more privileged than our earlier generations, but society's mindset still needs to change. And women are natural givers, but they must also gain respect, confidence, skills, and financial security. Arundhati ma'am spoke about Arya Mahila Samaj and made us remember the reformers like Pandita Ramabai, Tarabai Shinde, and Savitri Bafle who worked for women's rights. Ramya Raju ma'am said that a woman want to become everything she dreams of and handles too many roles with her strengths and care. And Rita ma'am said that women are And saying no is not disrespecting. This is what a woman should learn. Being strong doesn't mean carrying all herself alone. And Sri Priya ma'am, after a long struggle, so we must value them. And exploitation is hidden in praises. That's a great point. In Telugu, we call it mulla kiritam. And women's burnout and the toxic positivity. Jyoti ma'am talked about inner satisfaction of giving love, empathy, etc. Advice to give without losing self. And Rajalakshmi ma'am talked about joy of giving, the mindset of generosity and collaboration, which are paths to progress. Um, it's giving without any expectation of any return. That was Rajalakshmi ma'am's point. So after listening all, I want to share my views, which I felt. What if the strongest thing a woman can do is stop carrying all the world on her shoulders alone? See, imagine at the end of a long day, a woman's arms full of laundry, mind racing with too many thoughts, job deadlines, family concerns, all this for just a moment. You imagine letting it all drop, feeling the weight slide your shoulders. What if strength is also found in setting some things down, not picking up more, and more? Women are often taught to give endlessly, to nurture, to support, to stay strong, no matter how heavy life feels. But giving should never mean disappearing. Caring for others is beautiful, but you also deserve care. We should know that caring for others should also involve caring ourselves equally. You are more than the roles we all play, more than mother, daughter, wife, all the roles, professional or caregiver. Beneath every title is a human being who needs rest. All of us are beings, and we need some self care, self empathy also, giving to ourselves also, rest, respect, compassion, and peace of life. Healthy giving is not guilt. It is not saying yes when your heart is begging to say no. It is not proving your worth through doing too much for everybody. True compassion includes boundaries. It means giving from love, not from pressure or force or societal conditioning. In fact, setting boundaries can be one of the most caring acts women can do for both themselves and for the world also. Try identifying just one small boundary that serves both you and others equally. It could be as simple as responding with, I will need to think about that before agreeing, before saying yes. Practicing compassionate limits like this helps nurture everyone involved. It is loving others and ourselves at the same time equally, replacing guilt with genuine care, as Jyoti ma'am said. When resentment, sadness, or burnout appear, try a simple ritual. All others, I call it compassionate check-in. Pause for a few seconds and gently ask yourself, what do I need right now? Am I giving from a piece of pain or conditioning? If you are giving from pain, say no. I'm sorry, I cannot help you right now. See, the boundaries are important. Naming this moment makes it easier to remember and practice each day. That compassionate checking is not selfish, it's wisdom. So the goal is balance, as everyone said, to love others without leaving ourselves, to offer kindness without losing our own voice, and to serve without sacrificing your own well-being. Be kind, be generous, be loving, but be gentle with yourself too. The weight woman carries reflected in the statistics too. According to World Health Organization, women make up 70% of global health and social care workers. The United Nations reports women perform 3 times as much unpaid care and domestic work than men worldwide. Globally, 60% of female caregivers experience significant burnout and exhaustion. As Ramya Raju ma'am said, most people who care for others are women, 7 out of 10, as per research statistics. These numbers are not just data, they are lived stories of women everywhere in the world. Remember, your care is valuable, but so is your peace. The most important kind of giving is the kind that never asks you to disappear. Thank you.
Thank you.
అందరూ బాగుండాలి అందులో మనము ఉండాలి. That is a tagline. Everybody should be fine, including
Correct.
us. That's the
Yes.
translation.
Perfect, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
R.K. Kapoor sir joined in. He want to share his views. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
I think I am audible and visible.
Yes,
Very
sir.
nice.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah.
respected architects of society, kindly accept my salute because you all deserve what you do not know. You deserve beyond what you even desire because you deserve. So, before expressing my thoughts in Hindi, few lines, I would like to explain few words so that it will be easy to understand. One word is lamhe. Lamhe is, few moments. Then batua, that is purse. Then fursat, that is relaxed time. Then turpai, that is stitching. And then bharpai, that is compensate. And chandi, that gold and silver. Chandi is silver. So now you just try to listen what I say. Very, very meaningful. The emotions, in fact, for me to the wonderful woman. जिंदगी से लम्हे चुरा, जिंदगी से लम्हे चुरा, बटुए में रखती रही. This is for all the women. जिंदगी से लम्हे चुरा, बटुए में रखती रही, फुर्सत से खर्चूंगी, बस यही सोचती रही. उधरती रही जेब, करती रही तुरपाई, फिसलती रही खुशियां, करती रही भरपाई. नो टाइम टू योरसेल्फ. एक दिन फुर्सत पाई सोचा, एक दिन मे बी एट एन एल्डरली टाइम एज, एक दिन फुर्सत पाई सोचा, खुद को आज रिच लव माई सेल्फ, अदरवाइज वी विल बी ऑलवेज लविंग एंड केयरिंग अदर्स. एक दिन फुर्सत पाई सोचा, खुद को आज रिझाऊं, बरसों से जोड़े लम्हे, बरसों से जोड़े लम्हे आज खर्च कर पाऊं. खोला बटुआ पर्स, खोला बटुआ लम्हे ना थे, खोला बटुआ लम्हे ना थे, जाने कहां खो गए थे. बिकॉज टाइम हैज गॉन. खोला बटुआ लम्हे ना थे, जाने कहां खो गए थे. फुर्सत मिली थी सोचा, फुर्सत मिली थी सोचा, खुद से खुद को मिलाऊं, खुद से खुद को मिलाऊं. तो खुद मिलने इंसान कहां जाता है? मिरर. फुर्सत मिली थी सोचा, खुद से खुद मिल आऊं, आईने में जो देखा, खुद को पहचान ही ना पाऊं. ध्यान से देखा बालों पर, ध्यान से देखा बालों पर, चांदी सी चढ़ी थी तो कोई मुझ जैसी, थी तो कोई मुझ जैसी, न जाने कौन खड़ी थी. So, my dear respectable friends, I wish it should not happen to any of the women, because please don't postpone your moments of happiness, for the simple reason that you are the source of happiness, especially to your family. You deserve all the love and respect. Wishing everyone, all the women, no problem life. Once again, happy Women's Day. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Beautifully narrated poem.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. These are the real feelings. I feel a lot, but not getting what they deserve. So you start giving from yourself to yourself. Then the world will give you. Thank you.
I have to go and check my batua now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sunanda ma'am, Archana ma'am, and everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's my pleasure dining with us and sharing your thought. Yeah, I think we came to end of the session. This year theme is just now we all heard our knowledge, give to gain, emphasize the power of reciprocity and support. When people organizes communities give generously opportunities and support for women to increase. Giving is not subtraction, it's intentional multiplication. When women thrive, we all rise, whether it may be a knowledge, resource, infrastructure, education, training, mentoring, or even time also. So we contribute our knowledge and share. We connected all over world globally and India within India also we connected all states. Yeah, thank each and every one those who are joined today. Rita ma'am and Aru ma'am, Jyoti ma'am, Raji ma'am, and Sri Priya, and again our lovely child Archana. Each and everyone I thank. Then end of the session, I'm sharing Serena Williams. The success of every woman should be the inspiration to another. We should rise each other up. With this quote, I'm concluding today's session. Now I am handing over the session to Archana for VOT. Yeah, Archana, please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. A special thank you to our esteemed chief guest, Ms. Rita Agarwal, ma'am, consultant psychologist from Nagpur, for gracing this event with her valuable presence. Our sincere gratitude to Sunanda Ravi, ma'am, founder and president of Deccan Positive Mental Health, for her vision and leadership in organizing this meaningful program. We also extend our heartful thanks to our distinguished panelists Arundhati Madam, Dr. Jyoti Madam, Swati Ma'am, Sripriya Shaji Ma'am, Rajalakshmi Ma'am, Ramya Raju Madam, and our sir who joined last but gave a very to this enriching discussion. Thank you all for making this Women's Day talk show truly inspiring and memorable. Let's meet again.
Thank you, Sunandaji, for inviting me for the panel discussion. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you.